Hey everybody, the cat has jumped down, so far I think I will probably be flying solo here, but she's looking at me. Check that out. That's what rain looks like. Yes, we do have rain falling in the area, in parts of the area. Actually, a pretty good plop of rain showing up on radar right now, so we will talk about that. We'll talk about the future, which contains some rain this weekend, but a lot of rain coming in early next week. That system has really trended in the right direction. That's what we are excited about now, but looking out through the Cenla Broadcasting Sky Camera, you can see what rain looks like. They're a quarter inch as of about an hour ago at the airport. Some areas have seen more. I'll show you where in just a bit, but you can see, again, my technical term, that plop of rain overhead, and you can see how this is going to kind of come through in periods. It's going to come through just waves of rain, nothing too heavy, but it's going to be just what we need. We need these kind of slow, off and on, steady rains that will soak the ground and not flood the area, because you get 5 inches of rain that falls quickly on this very hard ground. That's all going to run off and we're going to see some major problems. So this is exactly what we need. And overnight, we need more than this, but it's a good start. This is radar estimates here. So we range from a trace down in St. Landry Parish, where you're going to actually see the benefits of the next week's system, the early week system. You're going to see more of that. So don't sweat missing out on anything out of this weekend stuff, because the big one's still coming. But you can see here over the last 24 hours, generally a quarter of an inch to about 3/4 of an inch. As you get further north and west, that is where the rain totals do creep up somewhat. And temperatures, the cold front's through. So the northern parts of the area now in the mid-50s, you're going to see that temperatures just aren't going to move much today and tonight, and really over the next several days. When you're socked in with cloud cover like this and don't really have a lot of cold or warm air kind of moving in, you're just going to kind of stay right there in that same range you've been in, and that's where we are going to stay. Down south along I-10, still near 70 degrees, but that cold front is going to move on through. And I kept rain showers in the forecast throughout the day today. It doesn't mean it's going to be raining constantly. It does mean we're going to see some rainfall. So that is the good news here. Upper 50s, we don't crack 60, I don't think. We may just stay right here around the mid to upper 50s all day long. That's my forecast. And you can see here on the temperature track here, it's going to cool off to the south as that front continues to sag to the south. But other than that, up here in Alexandria and points north, we are not going to move much, not only today, but tonight. We may warm a degree or two, we may cool a degree or two. It's not going to really move much, so get used to it. If you like this cool stuff, it is going to hang around. Now, the overall setup, this is for tomorrow. We've got that jet stream pumping overhead, bringing in some moisture. This is going to kind of bring these little disturbances through that could bring some scattered showers. Now, this is not the big stuff, but this is good news. Again, any rain is great. We love it. And Futurecast, this is your higher resolution, shorter range model. It's showing that story, just periodic bursts of rain here that may last an hour or two. If it stops, don't worry, it's probably coming back here pretty soon. And Futurecast pretty much keeps us in the rain off and on with high rain chances but low amounts through Saturday. By Sunday, I think we get a break here. I lowered rain chances down to about 40%, which may be a little bit high. We're kind of in between systems there, and here is that next system. See how it was kind of a straight flow overhead? Look at it buckling down to the southwest there. As that happens and that kind of dives in toward the Gulf of Mexico, we get a surface low pressure that's going to develop over the northern Gulf. Some models kept this suppressed further south, but they've all come on board with this coming further north. Even the very dry GFS that literally had like no members raining on us is now pretty much fully on board with this. So the chances continue to come up. The amounts come up. I'll show you that in just a little bit. You're not going to believe it, but we're going to see a lot of rainfall. This is Futurecast from the GFS. This is still the drier model of the two main ones, and still one of the drier models out there. So going from Sunday at 9, which is about where we finished off there, look at that. Lots of heavy rain. As I said, St. Landry Parish, you may be missing it today, but this one is going to be more heavily weighted to the south, and you'll see that here coming up in just a bit when I give you those forecast totals. But heavy rainfall, steady rainfall. This is not going to be a severe threat, but it's going to be very wet across the area. And then after the heavy rain moves on, we're going to have this kind of wraparound moisture lingering in the area. So we'll see some scattered light rain through Wednesday. I think by Thursday we start to clear out, and I took rain chances way down by then. But at that point, maybe we'll want a little break. Maybe we'll want to see what the sun looks like. I don't know. It seems weird to say. So, like I said, no severe weather outbreak or no severe weather in the forecast. Definitely no severe weather outbreak. You can see a few storms possible down in the Texas coastal plain, maybe toward New Orleans. But up here, this is just going to be a stratiform rainfall. It's not going to be that convective stuff where you get all the thunderstorms. And for once, Shreveport, you get less than us. So this is over the next week. This is through Thursday. Check this out. 2 to 4 inches of rain. If some of these models verify, I didn't even want to post them because they're just, the totals are pretty high and I don't want to get that specific, but there is opportunity for these numbers to be conservative, which if it falls slowly over the course of a day or two, I mean, that's fine. We can handle several inches of rainfall right now. Just go ahead and take a look at Bulow or whatever. If you were taking advantage of any of the low water marks in the area, doing some work, I think we're about to get out of this pattern, so these water levels are going to come up. 2 to 4 inches of rainfall likely. Your 7-day forecast is just glorious. Check it out. Lots of rain. Usually I wouldn't say this is glorious, but in this case, it is. Rain chances very high today and tomorrow. Don't take that as this is going to be some all-day soaking rain. Those high rain chances will be attached to lower rainfall totals. And then Monday afternoon into Tuesday, that's when I think, 60 to 80%, that's when those high rain chances could mean and will likely mean some much higher totals, especially the further south you go, but we should see a good beneficial soaking rain area wide and then get a little break as we get toward the end of next week. But we stay in that active pattern, and I'm going to pop myself back up and show you this one here. This is the 8 to 14 day outlook. Check it out. CPC, Climate Prediction Center, pretty much showing the entire country in an above normal outlook for precipitation. That's after our 7-day from November 18th to the 24th. This does not give you any specifics of, it's going to rain this day or that day, but that general pattern of an active subtropical jet stream means lots of rain across the country, and at least for us, we desperately need it. All right, I think we're about done for today. Tom Convica will be with you later this afternoon. He'll give you an updated look at the 7-day forecast, and we'll be talking about this big system coming in Monday and Tuesday. I'll go ahead and post a detailed written update. I know some people, video's not your thing. I'll do that later today. I like to get the morning model runs in, and we'll talk more about this and see what my update is this afternoon. Other than that, I'll see you back here a little later on Saturday morning. You know how it goes. We don't set alarms here on Saturday unless weather's going to get really crazy. So I will see you when I see you tomorrow morning.